Okay, so here's my bullet journal. Address. I didn't use a table of contents page. The first has a key, which was recommended by one of the videos, and it just helps for like easy formatting because you don't have to recount. But basically, the boxes, how many boxes you have, and then this is the guide, which is in one of the videos, and I've added a few. So tasks, task completed, blah, blah, blah. You can look through that. This is just a spare page I had where I jotted down some notes from one of the girls so I could refer to it easily. This is the year at a glance where you can put sort of the main things in: birthdays, events. Also, if you have something for a future month that you don't have set up yet, you can put a reminder in. So 2 pages for the full year. And then month at a glance, I did it fancy like this with these little individual boxes, but I wouldn't do it again. Or I did it like this twice, but I've switched it up, as you'll see. So this is month at a glance where you can jot stuff in. Then I have like a check-in page where it's like emotional check-in, physical, spiritual. I didn't really know how this one worked at first, so I just added notes, but you'll see in a future month that I changed it a bit. This is brain dump, so basically when you just have anything on your mind, a to-do list basically, and it's divided into personal and professional, then you can carry this stuff over to your weekly plan when you actually go about getting these things done. This was the tracker I had for the first month, but basically that was a lot of effort, and I wanted to track more things in this, so I changed it. I have a gratitude page. Basically the numbers are the day of the month, and then I try to add 3 things per day. This is my weekly setup, so every day of the week and a shorter section on the weekend, but I'm finding that this is actually too much space and I've got all this white space. So one of the girls, she changed her format, and I think I'm going to change my format next month. Because see, there's all this like space that's not being used. So this is weekly. So this is moving into March. I did do the calendar the same way. This is how I did the tracker for March. So I had a bunch of stuff. Those are the days of the month. And then I just put a dot when I did the things that I wanted to track. And then this is my brain dump for March. Again, personal, professional. I wanted to add a place to write down inspirational quotes and thoughts. You might recognize some of these. And then that, just a place to jot stuff down. Then I wanted to do this sleep, mood, and stress tracker for a month. I don't know if I'm going to do this again because it's actually like fairly stable. This was around my period, so that was just interesting in itself. I might do it for a couple months just to see what happens. This is my check-in, so that hasn't changed. I did add an other, and then this is my gratitudes for March, and then this is my weekly schedule. So this is just some notes. I didn't really have a place to write this down, but this is notes from like an Instagram thing I saw, so I just added it in there because I had the room. So see the weekly calendar, like it doesn't really get filled. I am starting to add my meal plan into here so I can track that too and just know, and then everything's sort of all in one spot. So MP just stands for meal plan. And so I'm changing things. So also I just had a few pages at the end of the month. This was like different ways of going into my body for my counseling thing. Observations on food, mind-body observations. So this is kind of not going to be a monthly thing. This is just what I'm doing for this particular month. And then I wanted to add in my visualizations and affirmation, or my visualization and affirmations, just so I had it handy and I could sort of do it on the run. I didn't necessarily need, and then I can add stuff to this so there's room. So this is what I was looking for March. So you can see if I compare it to previous month, the setup's a lot easier. Plus I didn't really like in this one how the day was going over the middle of the page. It was hard to write on. So I decided to change it. And then the brain dump area, I thought I could condense that. So I can put my personal stuff. This is the to-do list. and then the professional along the bottom. So it's going to be hopefully more condensed, and I think it'll just look better. Just getting set up for April. I did this yesterday. Got my April inspiration, quotes and thoughts. I have my gratitude set up. I'm going to have my check-in. I didn't divide it into categories because it's hard to know like what you're going to check in. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention is for last month, or this, which is the current month, I changed it more into like I statements. So I feel, something I want to do, something I want to do, that sort of thing. Where the previous month, it was kind of, I didn't really know what it was about. So this is a tracker page. I'm not sure how I'm going to set it up yet. But basically my plan is to combine this tracker with this tracker. Like, I probably won't do this format because I think I can kind of condense it all into one page. So I'm going back, gratitudes. Yeah, so that's going to be the tracker page when I figure out how to set it up. Oh, and so this is how I'm planning on doing a week. So instead of having it over I didn't count the numbers out right, but instead of having it over 2 pages, I'm going to do it over 1 page because I think that's really all I need. So I started getting those ready. So these are for April. And I'll just try it for a month and then see. Maybe I'll realize that when I'm, if I have a busier month, I might want more room. If I have a less busy month, maybe I know I'll need less room. Like when I go to school, maybe I'll want the bigger format like in previous months because I'll have more stuff going on, but I don't really have a lot of stuff going on right now, so I don't really need it. So that's sort of what I've got so far. Maybe some of this will help you. You have to do what works for you and use, pick and choose from here and there, and I'm very curious to see how it works out. Okay, bye.